Let's talk about the unspoken Philippines dress code. You may notice that whenever I'm doing a live stream or something like that, flip flops are everywhere, shorts, t shirts. It's hot and humid here, so and also it rains a lot, so that sort of dress is, should be expected for the climate and stuff. But there are other dress codes for different situations. So if you go to the beach, if you go just around the neighborhood and stuff, it's okay to wear shorts, t-shirt, and flip-flops. If you're at the beach, guys, feel free to take your shirt off. Ladies, feel free to wear a bikini or a swimsuit. But you wouldn't wear beach attire to like just around your neighborhood. You'd want to updress a little bit more modest than if you're at the beach. If you go into a business, like a formal business, or if you go into a church or a government facility, then you want to upscale even more on your formal wear. So, in other words, you want to have pants on. Ladies, you want your dresses and skirts to go below the knees. You want to wear a formal shirt when you go into those such a facility. So don't just wear a t-shirt. Now, going to a church, I've seen people wearing t-shirts. It depends on what people can afford, basically. But if you can, try to at least wear a polo shirt when you go to church. But upscale the formality when you go, and make sure when you go to church, government business or government facilities, and bigger businesses, make sure you're wearing closed-toed shoes. Tennis shoes are often acceptable as well, but make sure you're not wearing sandals or flip-flops when you go to those in particular places. Also, there's like specific Filipino formal wear. If you look at the cover photo to this video here, I have an image showing what those in particular formal wear looks like for both men and women. And from my understanding, it's culturally acceptable for non-Filipino to wear Filipino formal wear while you're in the country here. I've never had anyone say, no, you can't wear that because you're not one of us. And I know someone will get their panties in a bunch and say, cultural appropriation, but no, people here don't care, just like a lot of other cultures don't care if you wear their cultural dress. It's only the social justice warriors that seem that whine about that in particular social injustice there, or cultural appropriation, or whatever in the world they call it to justify their whining about it. But anyhow, just keep that in mind. And if you're ever in doubt about what sort of clothing you should wear, go up a notch. No, don't go, oh, well, I think this is acceptable. If you're in doubt, go up a notch. Remember, the Philippines is a very modest, conservative, and very respectful culture. So modestly conservative, which means, put on more clothes if you think you're not wearing enough. And respectful. If you're dressed up compared to the situation, you will garner more respect than if you are dressed down for the situation.